number 13 and number 14. In the uncut, deleted scenes, you have to take on 13 and 14 without a graph. No graph to be seen, and you can still solve and find an equation for number 13 and 14. It all comes down to being able to use point slope form. Think about it. You were given a point that's on the line. You were given a slope, so it makes sense to use point slope form. Well, m is easy. That's -2. Y and x I leave blank. And this is what I'm going to use for x1 and y1. So I'm going to write x plus 6 because that's the same as saying x minus -6. And I'm going to write y plus 2 because that's the same thing as saying minus -2. So then I have an equation. I just have to make sure I write it in slope-intercept form. That's the kicker. It just says that you need it in slope-intercept form. But we can do that pretty easily because distributive property is light work. -2x and -12. We have y plus 2 almost in y in slope-intercept form. You just got to get the y all the way by itself. In order for that to happen, I would have to subtract 2 on both sides. Y by itself, -2x minus 14. Oh yeah. All without a graph. You can use the same approach on 14. Point slope form is what you start with. Y minus y1, m x minus x1. Here's maybe the tricky part. I don't know what m was. It wasn't given to me. But I can find slope from 2 points just by subtracting my y values on top, 5 minus 4, and my x values on bottom, 3 minus 6. That will give me 1 over -3. So my slope is -1/3. I'm going to leave x and y blank like I always do. And then I can pick whatever point I want to use for my x1, y1. So I'm going to use my 6, 4 point. So instead of writing x minus x1, I'm going to write x minus 6 because that's my x1 value. Instead of writing y minus y1, I'm going to write y minus 4 because that's my y value. All right, now I guess it wants me to write it in slope-intercept form. I can do that. Y equals mx plus b. Now here's where, that's why it's a deleted scene and involves multiplying fractions, and that tends to make people a little queasy. But I think you can do it. 1/3 times x is 1/3 x, negative. Oh my, -1/3 times -6. Believe it or not, you can just write it out like this and get positive 6 over 3. Oh, it's just 2. All right, so I'm pretty much there. I mean, y's not quite by itself though. I'm gonna go right up to the side here. I got to add 4 to both sides. Add 4 to both sides. When y is by itself, I have -1/3 x and a positive 6. All without a graph. And then very similarly to how we got it in standard form before, just add 1/3 x to both sides. 1/3 x plus y equals 6. and multiply by 3 to get rid of the fraction. 1x plus 3y equals 18. Hope you enjoyed the director's cut deleted scenes from 13 and 14.